Hey, Christoph here, and thanks so much for selecting me to do this reading for you. And thanks so much for allowing me additional time to complete it. I really wasn't feeling well yesterday, still not feeling that great, but we're going to do this reading for you. Let's jump into this. Here we go. Today, we're going to be using the colorful neon tarot deck here. That's what these cards are called. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Of course, my name is Christoph. I consider myself a guide, and my goal here is to read these cards as honestly and as accurately as I can in order to give you the information that you need to make those decisions necessary to move your life forward in a positive direction. Thanks so much for providing me with your name and birth date. Do note, for your privacy, I will not be saying your name in this video, and I will not be revealing your birth date, but I will read your questions. Okay, so in this reading, you would like me to provide an overview for the next 6 months in regards to your home situation, your work situation, and as well your love life and relationship with the person whose name that you mentioned. Let's take a look at this. Now, we're going to look at 6 months for all three of these different subjects. We're going to see what comes through the cards. Okay, so at first, let's take a look at the next 6 months in regards to your home situation. Of course, you're currently moving, but let's see how things are going to be going with you and your new home in the next 6 months. Let's see here. The first card that we have here is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands represents that you're going to be gaining the knowledge that you need to light your way like a torch in the dark. So it represents that you're going to have all the knowledge that you need when you need it. That's a really great card. The next card that we have here is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands represents you using that knowledge to continue moving things forward in a positive way, which is fantastic. The next card that we have here is the Five of Cups, which represents the feeling of loss. Okay, 3 cups may have fallen over, but 2 cups are still standing, which means there's a lot of positive energy here for the future. Maybe things in the past didn't really work out exactly the way that you want, but the future is looking really bright here. The next card that we have here is the the King of Swords. The King of Swords actually says that you're making logical choices and decisions moving forward here, which is great. And the last card that we have here is the Four of Swords, which represents putting in a great deal of thought. From what I'm seeing here, things look like they're going to be fine. Okay, things are going to continue moving forward in a reasonable direction. But the big thing that came through in these cards more than anything else is knowledge and thought and making good decisions. Okay, logical decisions. Now, swords usually represent gaining knowledge, putting a lot of thought into something. The King of Swords actually represents making logical choices and decisions through important thinking and thought, and Wands usually represents gaining knowledge. So I do think that the knowledge that you need is going to be presenting itself. You're going to be learning what you need to turn kind of things around from maybe a negative to a positive, but there's a lot of thought that's required over the next 6 months here in order to keep things in check. So not that I see anything bad happening, but what I do see here in the cards is that you're going to have to invest time in really thinking things through, making up a plan, and using the knowledge that you've gained so far to maximum advantage. Okay, for the most part, things look fine. Things are going to continue to improve. But yeah, you need to put thought into every action that you take in regards to your home situation in order to keep things moving in a positive direction. Okay, let's take a look at your work here. We're going to take a look at what's going to be happening kind of in the next 6 months here in relation to your work. Let's see. Here we go. The first card that we have here is the Star. The Star essentially represents numerous opportunities being available for you. We have love energy, flowing water. Usually when you get flowing water, it represents either powerful emotions or it represents money. So I do see the opportunity to make more money over the next 6 months, which is a great place to start here. the Lover's card. Now, if we were doing a love reading, if this question was a love-related question, the Lover's card would talk about kind of being with that ideal partner, that passionate partner. When we're doing a reading here about work and career, it basically says that you are in the right position, you're doing the right thing, you're with the right company, or you're doing the right job. So lots of opportunity, you're in the right place at the right time. The next card that we have here is the Sun. The Sun represents overcoming obstacles, leading to a bright future. So yeah, it does talk about positive progress, making more money, even the opportunity for a raise, promotion, this sort of thing. The next card that we have here is the Devil. The Devil card represents fears and worries. So this represents all the things that you're worried about. Now, do note your fears and worries could actually cause bad things to happen, okay? A lot of people have fears or worries about something that will most likely never happen. You want to make sure that your negative thought process doesn't prevent you from taking the actions that you need to do to be successful. And you need to make sure that any negative thoughts that you have, whatever fears and worries that you're thinking about, you don't let those things give you a negative view on a positive situation. That's the feeling that I'm getting here from these cards. Negative thought could prevent good things from happening in your work and career, okay? The last card that we have here for this is actually a new opportunity presenting itself to you, okay? So this card here is the Four of Swords. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups here essentially represents an individual sitting under a tree, focusing on this, but a new opportunity presenting itself. So do note that a new work career opportunity could be presenting itself to you towards the end of this 6-month mark here. But it seems like positive progress here. Things are going to be improving with your work, provided you don't let your negative thought process prevent good things from happening, okay? Let's take a look at your last question here. Of course, this is in relation to your love life with that specific person that you've mentioned. Let's see how things are going to go between the two of you over the next 6 months. Here we go. All right, the first card that we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles here essentially represents opportunity for the future, as well as warm, loving, and supportive energy. So that's a great place to start. The next card that we have here is the Three of Cups, which represents celebration, represents things getting better. That's amazing. The next card that we have here is the Death card, okay? So the Death card represents that there's some big changes on the way right now. Things that are changing in your life. Of course, you're moving right now. That could very much be what changes are on the way. Now, do note the Death card isn't a bad card, but it can represent negative things. Do note getting the Death card in the middle of a reading is actually a really good thing, because it talks about positive changes on the way for you. If we had gotten this Death card as the last card here, I'd be telling you, ooh, things don't look good. But I do see positive energy coming into the Death card. Death card represents you making more positive changes to move things forward in a positive direction. We got the Hanged Man, which represents you making sacrifices in order to keep things moving forward in a positive way. And this is a great way to end it with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles here represents a great deal of opportunities for the two of you in the future. So I kind of see in about 3 months from now, that's kind of what's representative here in this Death card, in and around the 3-month mark. The 3 to 4 month mark. There might be some changes that need to be made in order to move things forward in a positive direction. You're going to be making the sacrifices that you need to in order to keep things on track. But as far as the things look for the both of you, you know, positive energy, love energy, celebration, okay, some changes that you're going to be making, and then a bright future, okay, bright future. That's all I'm seeing here in the cards for you right now. Thanks so much for selecting me to do this reading for you, and know that I'm here for you on Fiverr anytime.